Good morning, my friends. Coach Tom here. This is iplaytennis.com. I want to thank you guys for coming and checking us out today. Today I'm actually talking about junior equipment and the different sizes of rackets, the different compression balls that we have, some different things that we need to know about junior tennis. So then if we move these rackets aside, you can actually see we've got different balls here, right? So this is the regular adult ball. The next one in the line, we've got a green dot on it. Then you've got the orange one, then you've got the red one. And you can see the red one is actually quite a bit bigger. I'll hold these over here, right? The red one is actually quite a bit bigger than the others. And that is the lowest compression ball. So there's the least amount of air in this one, and it moves up to here. So that means that this one will bounce the lowest, then this one, and then the regulation adult ball will bounce the highest, right? So if you think about the compression of the ball and you think about the height of your player, you don't want this huge bounce. It's not going to work. It's going to go over your kid's head every time, and that's why we end up with a lot of kids that play tennis and they swing the racket over their head because they're playing with balls that bounce too high, right? We want the kids swinging from the side, so we've got to give them balls that only bounce as high as they are tall. The other thing with this, like with this red ball, it's a little bit bigger, so it actually moves through the air a little bit more slowly than this one. So what this all comes down to, you guys, is that there are options for your junior players, okay? Make sure you guys are using the appropriately sized racket. Make sure that you guys are using the appropriate compression ball. If you're a new player, a beginner player, and you've really kind of never played this game before, regardless really of age, use the red ball. Once you get a little bit more advanced and you're backing up a little bit, we're gonna go over the actual court dimensions in a minute here, but once you're backing up a little bit to the 60-foot court, that's where I would recommend that you guys are using the orange ball. And then once you're backing up to the baseline and you're playing full 78-foot court, you're feeling a little bit more confident, you can cover more court, and that's the other big piece. I'll get to that in a second, but once you kind of get back there, you want to use the green dot ball, not the adult ball, but the green low compression ball. And that's kind of the progression of that. But the reason, and what I was going to get to just a second ago, the reason that we do that is that when you're 6 years old, you can't cover the entire court, right? We're just not tall enough, big enough, fast enough, strong enough to cover that whole court. And what ends up happening is that if I'm back on the baseline at 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years old, I'm never going to come to the net because it's too easy for you to hit that ball over my head. Now that's just one example of why we do this, but it's an important one, right? You've got to be able to cover the court based on how big you are. So that's why we use these different sized courts, which I'm going to show you right now.